Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, Wednesday night law class. We're located at 2213 McDonald Avenue, Richmond, California. If you are Black, Latino, or Native, you are absolutely invited. This class is for you. We teach the past, the present, and the future for Blacks, Latinos, and Natives. We also join our people together as one family, instead of believing with three separate people. April 4th, 2026 is the Lord's 57th annual Passover. It's going to be held in Houston, Texas. If you are able-bodied, all Blacks, Latinos, and Natives are required to present themselves before the Lord. It's going to be at the BH Ranch, $200 per adult 17 and up. The festivities start on April 1st and go on until the beginning of the Feast of Unleavened Bread on April 5th. ISUPK.com. Check us out. All the information on how to book a room, get a rental car, get your plane tickets. It's no different than how you do anything else. This is a pilgrimage you need to take, and it is being presented by the ISUPK under commanding General Yohana. With that being said, everything that's going on in the world right now is letting you know that our oppressor, the white man, is unequivocally the devil the Bible speaks of. No one touches his wickedness, and he influences the world to be wicked. Think about what was happening late last year, or not even late. The Diddy trial started, I believe, in October last year, and it's since concluded, if I'm not mistaken. I might have my time wrong. We thought Diddy was terrible with the things we heard. I'd take baby oil now. Baby oil is better than what's happening over here on the white side. They doing all types of debauchery, farming children, eating pizza, which is not pizza, chewing on hot dogs, which is not hot dogs. They're running what is called a shadow government. And Jeffrey Epstein is nothing special. He's nothing more than a money launderer. Yet he has blackmailed the planet into doing his bidding. And this is the craziest part about it. They love to do it. It's not, oh man, he blackmailed me. Oh, I gotta go with the punt. No, they wanted. They are still doing the things that he allowed them to do. All right. And on some conspiracy theory stuff, hey, shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua Barakatah. You're damn right, the white man is the devil. You understand? Like, we have, think about your whole life. Your whole life, you probably thought, man, I got to get out of the hood. I got to get out of the body, or I got to get off this reservation. Hell no. We should have been barricading ourselves. We should have been policing to keep white people out. Because anything that we do that's wicked, we are not the father of it. Wickedness comes from the white man. He was put on this planet to be the wicked. The Lord said that which he has made crooked, you can't make straight. And Jesus Christ, you can't make the white man straight. You understand? So this is technically a lot of verses I got here, but I'm going to do my best to not over talk them. All right. Got a lot of scriptures to go through, but nonetheless, we're going to get through them. If you could do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment. This is a small channel in comparison to a lot of channels, but you'll be surprised you might not be subscribed. Just click on that little button. Subscribe to the channel, and then if you want to go the extra step, ring the bell, and every time we post a video, you will absolutely be able to catch it as soon as it drops. All right. Job chapter 9, verse 24, man. If you don't know that this verse is talking about your oppressor, you have been under a Christian rock. Okay. This is what you get for listening to your pastor. If this is the first time you've ever heard this verse, you should have been reading the Bible your whole life. None of what I bring out should be new. What should be new is the understanding. You understand? You're going to hear some verses you probably never heard before because they're in the Apocrypha. But your understanding is what we're really here to open up. Outside of that, you should have been reading your Bible. Job chapter 9, verse 24 reads, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" Who is the wicked that covers the face of the judges? Who's the wicked? Now, if you are a Christian, you'll probably be like, oh, I know black people that are wicked. I know all types of Asian people that are, I know everybody. There's wicked in every race. BS. We're not talking about individuals. Who as a whole is wicked? You got what's happening in Minnesota. You got ICE in general. You got genocides. You got wars, proxy wars, all types of depravity going on behind the scenes. Who is usually running that? White people. The Bible is calling them the wicked. And it says he cover up the faces of the judges thereof, meaning the people that are absolutely actually supposed to be ruling, he makes it to where they can't be seen. You understand? You don't know that Black and Latino people and Native people are supposed to be ruling the world because he puts his face on Mount Rushmore. He names it the Gulf of America. He takes that land. He pulls Madeira out of power. He does all of these things, so you would think, well, damn, he got to be the ruler of the earth. No, he's not. He's the wicked that are running things right now. And if he's not, if it ain't the white man, then you got to show me who it is. All right. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 6 reads, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?" Look, they trying to cover up these files, man. You know how unintelligent the white man is? Donald Trump ran under the guise of, when I become president the second term, I will release the Epstein files. And he knew he was in the Epstein files. All of the white people that was like, yeah, Trump, he's going to release the Epstein files, so vote for him. Those same people that was telling you to vote for Trump because he was going to release the Epstein files knew that they were in the Epstein files. You understand? Bill Gates over here giving his ex-rib a goddamn STD because he went to Epstein's island and had some of the most disgusting sex possible. You understand? The window has cracks in it. You understand? Like it's a terrible world that we're living in. And why is that? Because the white man ain't too damn smart. If I was doing something corrupt and I'm a world leader, I'm not going to reveal the corruption. But the white man is such a dummy, and he think you dumb. He's like, yeah, if it'll let me win, I'll release the file. Barely releasing. We just got the 3 million documents right now, and they're trying to take some of those back. Every day, they try to take more of the documents back. So why the hell did you even promise to release them? Verse 9, Obadiah chapter 1. "And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter." That's their future. You would have known this if your church system, if the Roman Catholic Church didn't tell you that the law was done away with and just be the best person you can be. You understand? You would have known that all white people about to get cut off by slaughter. And when you read you should be online every day, if not trying to get the PDFs for the Epstein files, you should be watching shit and finding out what's in it, because this Black History Month has to be about seeing the white man for who he absolutely is, and that is being the devil that the Bible speaks of. This has been a this is what all Black History Month need to be. Spend your 28 days of Black History Month finding out how disgusting white people are to this day. It'll help you out so you can stop defending them. So you can stop saying, oh, well, you know, those it's you know, it's always bad apples in every bunch. If they bad apples at the top, they bad apples at the bottom. It's all rotten. It doesn't, the ones that are, okay, let me help you. The white people that are nice to you, or the white people that you think are nice, let them do the nice things to you, all right? But don't you turn your damn back on them and give them immunity, like they're incapable of doing something wrong. Ecclesiastes 12:10 says, never trust thine enemy. Okay, you got good white friends. Don't trust them. They still your enemy. They still would, for $1 billion, they'll give your child up to Jeffrey Epstein. For $1 billion, they'll dig up Jeffrey Epstein and prove he's still alive. For $1 billion, they'll do anything. That's who they are. That's why they are the wicked. Your righteousness, your integrity has to be more value than what you're willing to do for money. All right, shalom. Yah Shemar Lathab by Shem Yahweh Messiah in Christ. Before you dip, if you haven't already dipped, please share, like the post. It's much appreciated. All right. So it says, Obadiah chapter 1, verse 9. Oh, thy mighty men, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed. You know these Jewish people ain't Ashkenazis no more. They Polish. They're German. Teman is the Germans, man. Donald Trump is German and Irish. They're just a bunch of Germans claiming to be Jewish. They're not even authentic in their Jewishness. You understand? And they're with their mighty men. They're dismayed. There's no wisdom in them anymore. During the 40s, you saw what the Germans was doing. They had some wisdom back then. In the 2020s, look how retarded they are. They have no brain, nothing's. And the crazy part about it is this is a part of it. Revealing their wickedness is importante. They have to reveal their wickedness. It's like the Revelation said, it's the beast with the frogs coming out of his mouth. It has to let out that poison. It has so it can gather better. All this gathering and secret stuff is pointless. You think they're releasing these Epstein files so you can know? They're doing it to create new Epsteins. Obviously. All right. Second Thessalonians. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It reads, let no man deceive you by any means. Don't let no one pull a cover over your face. You got to be smarter than this. All right. This is in the New Testament. And you Christians have never heard this either. You Roman Catholics have never heard this either, because you're not, okay. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we are taught to read the Bible, apply the scriptures, and get the wisdom and understanding of what Christ was saying. That is what our teachers teach us. In the Christian church, I promise you, they don't teach you a damn thing. What is your Sunday? What is your Wednesday night Bible study about? I just told you that Teman is the Germans. When have you ever heard that there are actual people in the Bible that are people? Who you think Israel is? They're people, not them people, but they're people. How you know Israel can't be white people? Because white people are white people. You can't be white people and another people. Just like black people are not Africans. You can't be a black person and an African. Just as they call us African Americans doesn't make us neither African nor American. You understand? Just because people label you or people label themselves doesn't mean that's who they are. But these names and these existences exist in the Bible. You should know them. This thing got bones in it. That's why I have to make it that. Clap sound. You understand? Like, you have to understand that you've never heard this. Had you heard this, I wouldn't have to teach you. Had you known what I know, what Commanding General Yohana has been teaching us, what the ISUPK has been doing since 1969, the ISUPK would be full of people because you have no reason to be in your church. You'd have no reason to be teaching yourself at home. You understand the scriptures say, gather together, O nation not desire. There is one body of Christ. You have to be a part of that body. You understand? Being in a Christian church, Roman Catholic, on your own, fake Israelite group, Buddha, Hindu, Islam, all of these things, they're not helping you because you haven't even learned some of the smaller things of the Bible. All right, 2 Thessalonians 3:2 and 3, excuse me. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Alexa, what is the definition of perdition?
Perdition refers to a state of final spiritual ruin or damnation. It's often associated with eternal punishment in religious contexts.
Alexa, stop. Thank you. Like, this is the thing you have to understand. Their decay is showing forth. Excuse me. Ecclesiastes 12:10 says, though he go crouching, you got to understand, like iron, his rust will end up showing. That is what's happening in this world. In this world, you have been force-fed that white people have supremacy. You have been force-fed that white people have privilege. You have been force-fed that blonde hair and blue eyes makes you better. You have been force-fed to believe that having lighter skin makes you better. None of these things are true. You have been taught to treat the ungodly like they are godly. There is nothing godly about white Christianity. Where does white Christianity start for Native Americans? It starts, what do they call those schools they was in? What were they at? Kind of, this is a jawbone of an ass. Yep. What do they call those things that they put the Native Americans in? Not boarding houses, but you know, them damn, basically the school. I want to ask Alexa, but I don't want to ask her at the same time. But nonetheless, those Native Americans was indoctrinated in Christianity through those schools that they put them in. How did Latino people get it? The same way. How did Black people get Christianity force-fed to us? Because on the plantation, we got one day off. And in that one day, they allowed us to serve whatever Lord that they allowed us to serve. But there was always a white person present. You understand? Like, that's, the reservation. Yeah, I noticed. Alexa, how did Native Americans get taught Christianity?
Native Americans were taught Christianity through a complex mix of methods. European missionaries, both Catholic and Protestant, established missions.
Alexa, stop. The missionaries. Yeah, that's how it was. In those missionaries, that's how they were indoctrinated, and it destroyed them. You understand? When it comes to your understanding and how things have happened, you've been force-fed it. The Bible says you shall know the truth and the truth shall make you free. That's the truth. You have to be freed from the Christian mindset, from the Roman Catholic mindset. You have to be freed from thinking, oh man, gosh, white people, I have to make them happy. If I don't make this white man or this white woman happy, my life is over. Hell no. They should be bowing and kissing your feet, thankful that you haven't enslaved them yet. All right. Verse 4, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Let me read the last part of 3. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. He's being revealed. Jeffrey Epstein is 90% of Caucasians. So just know that he makes up 90% of the white people, 99%. Okay. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshiped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Why you think Jewish people think that they are the only people that are people? Jewish people are white people. You want to know why they put the shield of David on their arms and the swastika on the arms of the Germans? Because you can't tell. They're all white. They are the same people. Yet Christians think God is white. They think Christ is white. And they don't believe the same thing that the Jewish man believes. How can this happen if being Jewish is a totally different thing than being American, than being German, than being Polish? It's not different. These things are all the same. Yet he exalted himself to be God. That's why they think Jewish people, the smart white people, think they're better than the other trailer park white people. And they think they're better than everybody else in the world because they have a God complex, because they are the son of perdition. Okay. From there, let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 13, verse 21. Ecclesiastes is in the Apocrypha. If you do not have an Apocrypha, hey, Shalom, Yahabashim Yashabakatah. Yeah, the mission schools, absolutely. You'll have to go either download a KJV 1611 app, or just go online and type Ecclesiasticus, Ecclesiasticus 13, verse 21 through 24. Okay. Now is the time. You're going to have to stay caught up with the current events. You cannot let this Epstein stuff just go past you, because it's revealing the sons of perdition. All the leaders are corrupt. Everyone with money is corrupt. What does that mean? That means and again, Diddy, perfect example. Jay-Z, another perfect example. Pusha T, all of these people, Leonardo DiCaprio, all these people that have money, whether they have it because you've seen them everywhere, so you assume they have it, or they have money because they've been doing wicked stuff behind the scenes. Doesn't change the fact that because these people have money, they are corrupted. The Israelite school and your pastor, corrupt. All of them corrupt. They talk about it. Corrupt. The ISUPK is literally the only place that is not corrupt. We are the only place as well that has a moral code that is based on Christ's return. When Christ returns, we know that he's going to judge us. So we cannot be corrupt. If you gave commanding General Yohana $500 billion, the ghettos, the barrios, the reservations, and anywhere Blacks, Latinos, and Natives find themselves at, would turn into heaven on earth, because he has no reason to be corrupted by money. He got money. He know what to do with money. He just should get all of the money so he can continue to do what he does with the money even better. Whereas your politicians, the world you live in, the more money they get, the more corrupt they get. Elon Musk is worth $700 billion. And he was chomping at the bit to go to Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted PDF file with 32 counts at that. He was chomping at the bit to go to his wildest parties. Do you know what a wild party for Jeffrey Epstein includes? Children, smut, what's the other thing? Strangulation, pizza, which I believe is the cutting of flesh, the peeling of flesh off a human body, if I'm not mistaken. You understand? Like he wanted to go to the event. He didn't want to go to some party on an island. He wanted to go to some party where he could have sex with children. Put it plainly. Why he named his kid like a barcode anyway? You don't think that's suspicious? A little suspicious? Because the whole point of their enterprise is when the richness that they have, people stop being people. They start being ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Just do whatever. What is that? Yeah, good. Boom, yeah, boom. Oh, what's that? A cup? Yeah, they're a cup. Oh, what's that? A phone? Laptops, shoes. That's what people become to them. They just become tools for their own. It's almost, how can I say it best? Life becomes a real life Roblox simulation. It's just a big old game where you can do whatever you want infinitely, and who gives a damn about the repercussions in the end? You know what I'm saying? All right. Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, verse 21. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but a poor man being down is thrust away by his friends. That's the difference between being a poor Black, Latino, and Native person compared to being a rich Caucasian. You understand? When you're poor, man, you just get the hell out of here, you bum. Even poor white people on fentanyl in San Francisco get more love from other white people. They called it an epidemic. You understand? But when Black people was on crack and heroin, man, more Black people became drug dealers. You know, they was like, oh, you hook them some more. Get out of here. Why you stealing your mama's TV, man? You cut off from the family. That's not what white people do. You understand? When the rich man begins to fall, his friends are there to catch him. And Jeffrey Epstein, I mean, goddamn, the way he was catered to. I think one of his emails, he says he almost doesn't believe he's Jewish because he had a friend that he didn't benefit from. Like Jewish people look at people as nothing, and the only way they can even begin to treat you like something is if they benefit from you. You understand? Like the rich man, they I'm surprised we didn't see no free my nigga Jeffrey Epstein. He didn't do nothing when he was alive. I'm surprised. All right. Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, 22. When a rich man is fallen, he have many helpers. He speak of things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. You understand? That's not talking about the white man in general. I don't know who is. Donald Trump said, I did everything right and they indicted me. You got 32 felony counts, 37 if I'm not mistaken, of child stuff, man. Like that's what you're dealing with. And he's the president. He said you can just grab women by the vaginas, man, and they let you do it. He has talked about him and his daughter having one thing in common. His daughter thought it was golf. He said, it was sex. I thought it was sex, but all right. Ivanka name means young or little whatever his wife's name was. Ivanka, Ivan. It just means little her. Like Donald Trump Jr., her name is basically female Donald Trump Jr., and he's into it. And he's the president. The president. Brother, sister. He buried his wife in his golf course to avoid the taxes. But it's worse than that. It's worse than that. You know how many bodies they done buried? The golf course that you golf at probably got bodies up in that thing. Jeffrey Epstein bought a ranch in, I believe it was New Mexico or Arizona, one of the two places, because it was literally on the path that they took detainees, like migrant children. You understand? It was indirect. So basically, it was like a PDF setting a rest stop where children go. Like, it's bad out in these streets, man. But he's rich. And no one stopped him. No one cared. Everybody supported it. Ecclesiastes chapter 13, verse 22 in the middle. The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. He spake wisely and could have no place. Like, a poor man can have wisdom out there. You know what? And no one's going to listen to you because the money, everybody's following the color of the skin, the ethnicity of the people. That's why he's the son of perdition. Better yet, that's why he's the devil. Because he's deceived the world into turning things upside down. So righteousness is not up here anymore. It's down here. Evil is up here. It's not down here. Ecclesiastes chapter 13, verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. If you watched, what was his name? Ben Bernanke, I don't think that's his name. He just type in Jeffrey Epstein home interview. They're having white dude is doing an interview on Jeffrey Epstein, his friend, and he is hanging on his every word. And Jeffrey Epstein, by professional analysis, ain't saying a damn thing intelligent. But he's Jeffrey Epstein, and because he's so-called Jewish, the world crumbles, melts at his every word. You understand? Mouths of silence just to hear what he got to say, even if what he's saying is remedial. You understand? That's what it is to be a rich man. And look, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he said. They extol it to the clouds. Again, he ain't saying shit, but they should like, oh my God, he just redid the Mona Lisa. Again, Mona Lisa. Why is that such a good damn picture? It ain't even all that. But a white man did it. Was it Michelangelo, Pablo Picasso, whoever the hell? I don't know. I don't keep up with white painters. But whoever made it, Whistler's mother. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, not getting why this is so cool. But because they white, oh my God, this is hard. Oh my God. Do you see I don't see the nothing. All right. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. Like, that's what it's like. You want to know how it feels to be black, as not as I've said in the track. That's what it feels like to be black. When we in Black History Month, right? you should see all of the things that black people have invented. I got the picture on my phone. I can pull. Matter of fact, I can't pull it up on cue, so I ain't gonna do it. Black people invented the air conditioner. You know how revolutionary the air conditioner is? It is the thing that's saving people throughout the planet Earth. Whether it be central heat or air conditioning, a black man created that. All right. Let me get the sister. 1 second. The sister that just died, Dr. Gladys West. She was a mathematician behind the GPS system. All right. Like, we are the ones that save society, yet we're the ones that they're so quick to overthrow. Think about Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street was post-slavery, post-antebellum. You understand? During Black codes and Jim Crow, Black people in this particular city, we had Senegal Village, we had plenty of places that we had built up, but Black Wall Street was so well done that a smart white person would have said, damn, them niggas is innovative. Let's see where this goes. Let's let them, they survived slavery. Hell, let's see what they can do, and then let's partner with them when they've done it. But that's not what they did. They decided, let's burn it all down to the ground. There's the video, and this is the heartbreaking part. There is a video where this brother was explaining that they rebuilt Black Wall Street, or a form of Black Wall Street, after the Tulsa riots. But when integration came, it swept them away, because instead of getting on black buses, black people was getting on white buses. Instead of going to the black movie theaters, we was going to the white. We were integrated. Even though that integration came with problem after problem after problem, because we were trying to integrate with white people, we were taken out of our own pockets. We were not feeding our society because we were focused on feeding white society. And look where that's gotten us now. Not a damn place. All right. Ecclesiastes chapter 13, verse 24. Riches are good unto him that have no sin, and poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. When you are a righteous man, you good with money. You should have money. Once again, Commander General Yana should have your tithes, should get your priest funds, should get your support. You know what's needed in the truth? Support. If you are a dentist, join the ISUPK. If you are a rocket scientist, join the ISUPK. If you're a lawyer, join the ISUPK. You have to bring your skills back into your system. We're in an integrated society that has not integrated with us. So we have to self-segregate. That's what Black History Month should be about. Self-segregation. That we continue every year, and we get bigger, and we do more, and we self-segregate till we're only supporting ourselves in a way that can't be messed with in a modern society. We're in the time when, if we self-segregated, I'm only saying Black people because of Black History Month, but really Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, if we would just self-segregate and support ourselves, with ourselves, we would take over the planet, and Christ would come back and be like, well, damn, shit, nothing else to do. We could do it. You understand? We have to do it. It's the only thing that will help us. You staying a Christian is not helping anybody. You wanting to be a white man and you Black or Latino ain't helping nobody. You have to rejoin the body of Christ. You are outside of it right now. And again, with everyone in the world, you a bricklayer, construction worker, architect, whatever you are, when you bring those skills into the UPK, we're able to innovate. As long as you're out there and I'm here, my brothers and sisters are here, but you're not here, that's one less skill we're able to utilize. All right. And poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. Yeah. Like if Jeffrey Epstein, I think him and Donald Trump had a falling out over a girl, but also because Donald Trump bought a house in Florida for like 41 mil and then sold it to some Russian for 95. You understand? Like these things cause them to have a falling out. And it's like, God damn, y'all tripping out. Y'all look at how much money y'all worried about. This is what you're worried about? Yeah, you make somebody poor like that, they'll do anything to not be poor. Yeah, anything. All right. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 5. Probably won't get through all of this depending on how it is, but I'm talking a lot. I'm trying not to. Shalom, Yahweh Thug, Bashim Shah. Anybody that Shalom, Yahweh Thug, Bashim Shah. Any brother, sister that taps in, please like, share, comment, subscribe. The water. All right. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 5. Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. You have to, don't converse with rich people, basically. Like, you can't talk to Kirk Franklin about keeping God's laws. It will strip him of his money. That's why society has to be reset. It can't happen any other way, because you have a society that's built on righteousness has to come from either a absolute war, which is when Christ returns with the 200 million angels, or it has to happen on a grassroots level that's undeniable. Okay? Outside of that, what's the point of arguing with a drug dealer? He's going to shoot you with a golden Desert Eagle. You understand? You have to have a society that stops all the drug dealers. You can't stop one. If you stop one, it don't do enough. You have to have a society that prevents them from making money. How do you do that? The dope fiends, get them in an ISUPK drug program so we can help them. That way, when the dealers find out they don't have any more clients, drug dealing becomes obsolete. That's the only way it happens. But outside of that, stop arguing with these type of people. Stop trying to change them. Even if you was built like Ronnie Coleman in his heyday, a bullet, you can't stop a bullet even if you could lift 700 pounds, man. All right. Verse 6, 1 Timothy chapter 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. All right. Withdraw from the people that see gain as godliness. Who sees gain as godliness? Exactly. Your Christian preacher. They be bragging about jet planes, cars, houses, while you sitting there with $10,000, $100,000 of debt. 50,000 of it come from giving him all your money. But he talking about the lavish life, not to mention the life he doesn't talk about, the Epstein life that he lives undercover. You understand? But godliness with contentment is great game, man. You wisdom. You want to have the wisdom to be okay with the bread of the day. That's what Christ was talking about when he said, give us this day our daily bread. Be content with being able to pay your bills on time. Be content with being able to not be so emotionally repressed or drained. Be content with you and your wife, you and your wives getting along. You don't have to go into the cosmos with this thing, man. If you got wisdom, brother, wisdom will keep you content. Verse 7, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. That's what your mama said. I brought you in this world, I can take you out. Look, you came in this world naked. You're going to leave this world like that. So stop, don't over. If I was balling right now, right? If I had just money on top of stacks on top of stacks on top of stacks, I'd be, trust me, you'd know. Don't get it twisted. You would know if I had hella money, but I would never let that be my driving force. Looking good, smelling good, all that type of stuff, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's temporary. That's today, that's tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? What's important is what's in here. Understand? Do I have the I hate to use this scene. Remember in that movie Coming to America, the first one that was actually a good conceptually, but terrible when you understand what the movie's about. But when they came to America and the people was like, I got this bad woo-woo, and it was going up in their stuff, and he was like, man, let them have it. That's how you want to be in life, man. Let them have it. I'm happy that I got wisdom. I'm happy that I have a sound mind. That's a lot. That's important in the times you're in and the times ahead of us. Life is not going to get better. The son of perdition has to be revealed. Life is going to get worse. You understand? So be content, man. Verse 8, 1 Timothy chapter 6. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. Like I said. Verse 9. But they that will be rich, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. That's what's happening, man. And they that will be rich. Being rich is a decision. It's a decision that I'm going to be all up into Freemasonry. I'm going to do all the hand signs. I'm going to hold the nasty parties, the freak offs, the freak nicks, the island. I'm going to do all of it. Like, that's a decision. I'm going to look like I worship the devil. I'm going to make the human sacrifices. I'm going to touch those underage people. I'm going to do the nasty whatevers to be rich, and I don't care what it takes. That's a mindset. You can get money. Trust me, you can get money righteously, but to be rich, that's a mindset. All right. Verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Man, what's his name? Tazadakia, he did that. He left the truth, started a fake Israelite group, turned himself into a goddamn action figure, and died of COVID. I think that's how he passed. Died of COVID and robbed all his church members. Terrible, man. Terrible. What was the point? Over money. Money. That's what destroys society. Why is money so important? Because the construct of society has made it important. It costs money to do everything. You can't even collect rainwater or solar energy without paying money. This is a terrible life. I wouldn't say like that. We're under terrible rulership. All right. That's why we need Christ to come back. And Christ needs us to do what's right. The 144,000 is 12,000 men out of each of the 12 tribes coming together in righteousness, man. Until that happens, whether they be dead or alive, whether we be at number 143,998, we need two more brothers to come in from their specific tribe so we can get it on. So we can change this world, because this world right now is terrible. Verse 11, 1 Timothy chapter 6. But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. All right, we have to do this thing in sight. What did Christ say? He says, you're supposed to be like a city on a hill. You understand? That people can see from afar, like, oh shit, that's One West over there, man. Look at it. You're not supposed to put your light under the table, under a bushel. You know what I'm saying? You have to show people that you believe in these things. Your lifestyle, your thoughts, your goals, your words, what you digest should reflect that. You understand? And it's going to be better than money. Money is a defense, but so is wisdom. All right. From there, let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 1. I got a lot to go through, but I'm probably going to end it after this. All right. Might end it. Yeah, okay. All right. Damn. Okay. A big patch of verses right here, and then another big patch of verses, and that'll be it. All right. So this is Wisdom of Solomon. Again, if you don't have a KJV, hey, shalom. Yabba Shema Shabbat. If you don't, please like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't before you dip. Wisdom of Solomon is in the Apocrypha as well. If you don't have an Apocrypha or 1611 KJV, just type online Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1 through 12. All right. Now this part, I'm going to just read this one through. All right. I'm going to just read this through. I'm not going to break it down verse by verse. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. I got to stop right there. Salakia. Christ returned from the grave. We all return from the grave, reincarnation. Okay. John chapter 9, verse 1 through 3, if I'm not mistaken, you see the blind man. They said, who erred, this man or his mother or father? Christ said, none of them. He's like this so that the power of the Lord can be shown through him. He gave him his vision back. All right. White people, heathens in general, the goyim, as they say, they don't believe in reincarnation. They are YOLO people. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 2. For we are born at all adventure. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. Verse 4. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. So as you can see, heathens, they really big on thinking this is all they got. They're living the life that they live. They cherish the life that they have because they don't consider the damnation that's coming. They don't consider that they're going to be judged for their life, come back to this planet in another fleshly body, and serve out for what they did wickedly. People you see in the trailer parks, the white people, all the people you see going through hell, either they did something terrible in the last life, their mama and daddy did something terrible in their last life, and they get life and they get punished for it, or that's what the Lord just wanted for them. But either way, you come back and you serve out a sentence. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 6. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. So that's why they spread throughout this planet. That's why they're so big on symbolism. You take Freemasonry as an example. That's why they made Washington shaped like a pentagram. That's why they're just everywhere doing what they're doing, because that's their stamp in life. Why you think they on Mount Rushmore? They're there because they thought we're not. No one's gonna remember us. What we did, the terrible things we did and do, it'll be blips in time. So they said, let's etch ourselves in this mountain. We robbed these people of their land. We destroyed these people with diseases. We destroyed their food supply. We attacked them unwarranted. We set up treaties and broke them. We stole from them. We didn't give them a damn thing. We stole from them and put them on reservations and had missionaries come and indoctrinate them in a culture that had nothing to do with them. Oh, well, that's how they feel, man. That's how they feel. That's them leaving their stamp on society. And they don't think they're going to pay for it, but they will pay for it. Christ out of his own mouth said, even the nigga that stabbed me in the side is going to get judgment. The Lord don't play around, man. He's like, I bet when he got stabbed in the side, Christ was like, motherfucker. Okay, I know did it. Like he was like, okay, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it the worst. You understand? All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Let our strength be the law of justice. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressing of our education, the transgressings of our education. Like they're like this because they hate the good. They hate the righteous. They hate the innocence of a child. So they decide to Jeff J. Epstein wants to clone people. But the way he says he wants to do it is he says the best way to make superhumans is to traumatize them. So he's traumatizing children to turn them into superhumans. It is a form of eugenics. They are farming children. They are, like I said, I made a post. I said the only thing good about being black, this Black History Month, is finding out that if you were black, these rich white people did not want nothing to do with you. They were doing what Hitler was doing. They were trying to create a new race, a perfect genetic race. And these little white girls and little white boys paid the ultimate price, man. Terrible. Terrible what they'll do to their own people. You know what I'm saying? But that innocence is ointment to them. You know what I'm saying? Sad thing for those little white babies and white girls. White boys and babies. I mean babies. Like they was harvesting fetuses, eating babies. Like they nasty, man. Nasty. All right, from there, I'm gonna read my last portion. All right. With all of that being said, don't be nothing like the white man, black, Latino, and Native man, woman, and child. All right. Last thing I'm gonna read, Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 1. Now, therefore, hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them that ye may live, and go in and possess the land which the Lord God of your fathers giveth you. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did before Baal Peor. For all the men that followed Baal Peor, the Lord thy God hath destroyed them from among you. These dudes is crazy, man. Jeffrey Epstein and them, they got money accounts named Baal and Moloch. Like they really believe in that those heathen pagan gods, and they apply it to the culture in which they live. That's how you live when you don't believe you have another life. You just choose the easy route. This is not the easy route. To keep the commandments of the Lord, not that it's not easy to do, but in a society that doesn't honor it, you're an outcast. All right. Remember who can destroy you in hell and destroy your body on earth. How do you get destroyed in hell? Is you die and come back as a crackhead in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Paralyzed from the neck down. That's how you get payback. So don't live that life. Don't get put in that position. Keep the commandments of the Lord, because he'll put you to death. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day. Verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me. This is Moses speaking. That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all of these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who have God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great? And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? Listen, the Jewish man is not keeping God's law. The Jewish man is taking babies out of little white girls' stomachs prior to the delivery day so that they can eat the little fetuses, man. They are not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of God. They are doing whatever the hell they want to do because they feel they have this life to live and they're going to live it to the fullest. All right. We have a God near unto us. And we are not to diminish from his word, nor add to it. The Christian church is lying to you. The Roman Catholic Church is lying to you. Islam is lying to you. Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, Kaliism, whatever the hellism you believe in, it's all a goddamn lie. The God that created the heavens, the earth, and the sea is speaking through these scriptures. And he can only be found in spirit and in truth in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Once again, April 4th is the Lord's 57th annual Passover. The events in Houston, Texas at the BH Ranch begin April 1st. We have the slaughter of the lamb. We have the kids' parties. We go to the club. Got the all-black party. Scripture breakdown with General Muhammad, Lord allow, Lord willing. Passover and the beginning of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. As the dates get closer, man, you want to lock in, get your reservations for your hotel, get your plane ticket, get your rental car. Passover is $200 per adult, 17 and up. If you are 17, $200. If you are 63, 73, 83, 93, 103, $200. If you are 1 through 16, it's free. Okay? So do not miss out. We are ordered to present ourselves to the Lord. And what you really realize when you come to the Passover, you really realize how much love, how much life, how much liberty there is in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You find out that this is the place you're supposed to be. The Passover is a gigantic family reunion, and it never fails to be perfect. All right. So with that, hope these verses was helpful. The white man is sacrificing his children to Baal and Moloch. Don't do the same thing. Black women, do not abort that baby. Latina woman, do not abort that baby. Native woman, do not abort that baby. Give them to us if you don't want to raise them. The ISUBK, we will take your children. We will raise your daughters into beautiful daughters of Zion. We'll raise your sons into warriors. You understand? And it's how it's supposed to be. All right. With that, to the brothers, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatham. To the sisters, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Barakatham by Shem Yahushua.